Welcome to Code to Enhance Learning Beginners Web Development video series. In this video series, we are learning web development using HTML, CSS and JavaScript so that by the end of this series, we can build our own amazing website. Today we will be starting with our first lesson of theme 3, that is setting the design of the quiz app. In our video series, we have themes and we create a project about the theme going through 3 to 4 different lessons learning various concepts. So let me tell you more about the theme quiz application. So at this point of time in our life, we have participated in interesting quizzes or maybe teachers have taken quiz sections in class to test what we have learned from their class. Research shows that frequent testing helps the student to remember and teachers to get creative. Students are better in recalling, retrieving and applying new information after taking tests on it. However, for teachers, frequent testing can become tedious as checking paper and analyzing them takes them energy and time. With the help of technology, these efforts could be minimized a lot so that the tests are helping students to learn as well as not overwhelming for the teachers. We will make a web application which quizzes the user. I have made a draft quiz application. Let me show you. So this is how a web page would look like by the end of this theme. As you can see, we have question followed by their options, and upon clicking the right question, our score increases by 1. Upon clicking the next button, we are moved to the next question. Upon choosing a wrong answer, our score decreases by 1. Let's go ahead and start making our website. So today we will try to make the basic design of our quiz app. So let's dive right into our 8th lesson. So what I want you to do is now pause the video right here and make a basic draft of the web application for the quiz in your notebook shown in the image. Go ahead. Now that you are done with it, let's move on with the quiz section. Changing the design of the already visited link or button in our page from the unvisited one really makes it easier for the user to navigate through the site, and so does making some event happen in our web page when we hover the cursor over a HTML element. Let's see how to implement this in our page. The Hoover selector is used to select elements when you move the mouse over them. The Hoover selector can be used on all elements and not only for links. For example, in the given code below, we can see the Hoover selector is used with button tag and is set to turn the background color blue when the cursor hovers over the button. The visited selector is used to style the page visited already, and the active selector is used to style the active link. Hoover must come first, then link, and then visited in the CSS definition in order to be effective. Now let's implement Hoover selectors in our page. So as you can see, I have created a new folder and named it theme 3. Now I am going to create a new file for our lesson 8 and name it lesson 8.html. So now first let me create the structure of my web page, that is with the HTML head and body tag. Now inside the body tag, I am going to initiate a button tag which says click me. Now inside the style tag, let me add style to our button by writing button colon Hoover, then followed by the curly braces, and we will set the background color to, let's say, blue. So now what this does is when we hover the cursor over the button, it changes the button's background color to blue. Let me show you how it works in the browser. This is what my page looks like right now. We have a button which says click me. So now when I hover my cursor over the button, you can see it turns blue. So now I have an exciting practice task for you guys. So let's go ahead and make the structure of our quiz application. Inside the body tag, I will add a div tag that is going to contain the main heading of our web page, that is quiz heading. Inside the div tag, I'm going to declare an each one tag that will contain our heading, and I'm going to write the heading as quiz. Next, we will declare another div tag that will contain our questions and option to our questions. So inside this, we are going to declare a paragraph tag that will contain our questions and give it an ID questions and give our div tag an ID quiz underscore q underscore a that stands for question and answer. Then inside our paragraph tag, we are going to add a dummy question that says question will show here. Next up, we are going to declare button tag with the class options to contain our options to the questions. Then I'll copy this and create 4 other button tags with the class option. And first one, I'll write option 1. Then the second one will go option 2. Third one option 3. And the fourth one goes option 4. Next, I'm going to add style to my HTML elements. I have added style in my own way. You guys can feel free to add style to your page in whatever way you like. Next, I'll declare a line break, BR. Following that, I'm going to add a button tag to add the next option in our page to move to the next question and give it an ID next. Next, I'm going to declare another series of line break tags, BR. Then following that, a div tag that will contain the current score of the user. I'm going to give it an ID of d points, and inside that I'm going to add a paragraph which would say score. Now I'm going to add style to the rest of my page. Again, feel free to use your own imagination. Now finally our page is ready. Let's see how it looks in the browser. So this is how my page looks like. The heading says quiz and the question goes here, then followed by the option, the next button and the score. Now I have an interesting practice task for you guys. So what I want you to do is now pause the video right here and make a basic draft of the web application for the quiz shown in the image. The quiz should be about any topic you like or you are learning in school. Your webpage should have the following things. First, 4 buttons for options with any 2 features, that is Hoover, Visited, Link and Active Selector. 1 button to change the question, a designated place for the question and a designated place for the score. Go ahead. Now that you are done with it, let's move on with the quiz section. So we are at the end of the lesson now. By now you must be in a position to solve few of this question. Go for it now. So I hope you got the answer correct. The answer to the first question is option A and the answer to the second question is option D. So this will be the end of our 8th lesson. To be the first one to get notified when we release our next video, press the subscribe button and click the bell icon. If you have liked the video, press the thumbs up button. I'm Rishabh from Code to Enhance Learning signing off for today. Hope to see you in our next lesson of Web Development video series for beginners. Thank you.